share up 1.85% at a new intraday high. And year to date, we're only down 1.92% year to date now, which is incredible. If we go to the QQQ, for example, they're still down 4.96%. So we still have been outperforming the Qs a little bit. But yeah, this is just one of my portfolios. We also have our Roth IRA. Let's see how that's doing. We're up 1% year to date in here. I started my Roth IRA almost exactly a year ago. Or 11 months ago. And here are the two stocks we got in here. We got InnoData and Kroger. Yeah, I like being completely transparent on this channel. If you got any questions for me, let me know in the comments. I'll show you every stock that I own, how much I'm up and down on them. Here's all my total percent change from every stock. Like we're barely up on Google. United Health Group. This is like a healthcare play right now. We're basically flat on our position. We're down 0.34% on them, but I do like United Health Group. And also we have our Moo portfolio over here. This is like our buy and hold forever kind of portfolio. Again, none of this is financial advice, but look at this. We're up $2,000 in here. And dude, the market just keeps on going up. The only stock we're down on is Perion Network. Again, don't listen to me. I'm not an expert. This stock is pretty much like at an all-time low. They lost their growth. They lost Microsoft as a partner, and the stock fell off that. Amazon reported earnings yesterday. The Amazon earnings were actually pretty decent. They were all right. And that's one of my newer positions in here. You can see exactly where I buy my stocks. So yeah, Amazon's doing pretty good. We just seen a huge recovery in the market. And also, if we go to our Webull portfolio over here, some stocks in here hit an all-time high. We're down 9% all-time in here still. But like Sprouts Farmers Market, for example, incredible numbers. Sprouts Farmers Market deserves to be at an all-time high. Incredible numbers there. Yo, what's up, Jello? How's it going? Yo, what's up, guys? If you guys got any stocks you want me to look at, let me know. I'm reading both the YouTube and the TikTok chat. We're finally back home. So I've been on a break. I haven't streamed in like a week, but I'm finally back. We're going back to daily live streams. Yeah, if y'all wanted to follow button, we go live every day, twice a day. A company that also reported earnings was Reddit, and y'all won't believe this. Y'all want to hear a funny story? This company reported earnings. The stock went up to 140, and here's what I believe happened. And someone in like their investor someone flashed the stage like naked. Dude, I don't know exactly. I don't know if that's the exact news, but like there was a huge F up on their investor relations team. Someone's getting fired. So anyway, I'd still like Reddit as a stock. They have like 2 billion of cash, no debt. I got some really risky stocks in here, yo. And with these kind of risky companies, you don't want to have a lot of your portfolio in those risky companies. Yo, what's up? Luke said Rolls Royce. Yo, is that RYCEY? So yeah, Rolls Royce, a lot of people know them for their cars, but Rolls Royce is really an aerospace and defense company. They make like jet engines and stuff, like civil aerospace, defense. So that's what's really cool about Rolls Royce. And look at the net income. Full year 2024, they made 3 billion of net income. So yeah, they're doing great. Yo, what up, Daniel? Hello from Romania. Yo, that's what's up, man. How's it going? I wonder, are there any Romanian stocks? I don't know. But yeah, this is here's also my Robinhood account. This is my main taxable account. Look at this. We're at a new intraday high right now. We're up 1.87%. A lot of big tech is green right now. Whenever tech is up, usually like McDonald's falls. So yeah, McDonald's is down on the day. But yeah, yo, what up, Catherine? How's it going, man? Hello from Sweden. Yo, that's what's up. That's pretty cool. We got people from all over the world. Yeah, if y'all wanted to follow on, we go live every day, twice a day. We just look at stocks and stuff. Again, none of this is financial advice in here, but yeah, here's my total equity in every stock in here. This is my largest holding up here, Carlisle. We got 5,000 in them. We got 4,000 in McDonald's. Then we have Constellation Energy. This is like a nuclear energy stock, but yeah. Oh, here we go. Someone said predictions on Nvidia. So let's look at Nvidia real quick. So this is a great company to own. They're over $100 now. So I was saying like anything under $100 on Nvidia is definitely a good buy. I can't believe this company dropped to $86. But here's what's so great about Nvidia. Again, not financial advice. Look at their, you get a huge GPU market share with Nvidia. You have an 18% PC GPU market share. Look at the automotive business as well. The fundamentals are aligning with the stock price. And look at the bottom line. This is incredible. They made 22 billion of net income just in the most recent quarter. I mean, that is what's incredible. So they deserve all the hype that they have because they're really growing their after-tax profits. So yeah, Nvidia is such a big company. They literally own some individual companies. So if we go to Nvidia's portfolio right here, yeah, here's Nvidia's portfolio. They own like part of ARM, RX, APLD. APLD is a kind of cool company, but yeah, that's Nvidia's portfolio. Let's see. Yo, what up, yo? He said my Take-Two GTA stock went down. So yeah, this is Take-Two Interactive right here. And yeah, they're down 6% on the day, but the previous day, they literally hit an all-time high. So they kind of just gave up a week's worth of gains there. But yeah, if you own Take-Two stock, you should still be a pretty happy shareholder. let's go check out the earnings though. Again, they haven't released GTA 5 or GTA 6 yet. This company owns GTA 6. They own Rockstar Games. They own Red Dead Redemption. So yeah, we're really just waiting for this company to finally release GTA 6. It's supposed to be a huge revenue driver for them. So yeah, they did fall on earnings. Bro, where are we heading to with the yo? What up, Bijor? Yo, what stock were we talking about there? I forgot. Can you look at SAAB? What's this one right here? So is it SAABY? This is a foreign company. Not a United States-based company, but look at the low volume. But congrats if you own them because look at that. The stock's at an all-time high right now. So yeah, congrats if you own this company. What do they do? Surveillance, aeronautics. I don't want to try and pronounce that word right there. But hey, look at that. Yeah, the net income's doing great. It's up. The fundamentals are growing there. It kind of aligns with the stock price. What is yo? What's up? Omega. Yeah, we'll look at Marex as well. Yeah, I'll try to get to all the stocks. Sure, I apologize here. Someone said Netflix. Yo, NFLX. So congrats if you own this company because look, literally all time high. This is kind of seen as a tariff resistant play because you can't really tariff Netflix. Tariffs have really been walked back. The tariff fears have really gone down, but Netflix literally all-time high. Incredible fundamentals here. Look at Netflix's premium subscribers went from 282 million to 301 million. So incredible growth, and so's the profits. They literally make 2 to 3 billion of net income a quarter. So super profitable. The fundamentals are going. Same with free cash flow. 2.6 billion of free cash flow. I mean, yeah, they're great subscription company. Hey, if you want to get this app, it's in the link tree in my bio, Michael. It's a brokerage. Thoughts on the S&P 500? Oh wait, I want to look at MARE. Is that the ticker symbol? Marex Group. So let's check it out. So wow, look at this one. Congrats if you own this one. There because look at that. The stock's at an all-time high. They're a $3 billion company, so they're an agency and execution. I'm not sure what that is. It sounds niche though. Clearing market making. So let's see, what are the net income doing? So yeah, they're a profitable company making like 200 million of net income a quarter. The growth is there. So yeah, I see why this one's done so good. They're kind of like an asset manager. A lot of fintech stocks have been doing good. Ooh, so someone said thoughts on the S&P. So yeah, to get S&P to exposure to the S&P, just buy ticker symbol VOO. It's my personal favorite way. Again, not financial advice here, but it just breaks your money up for you into Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon. Yeah, all these companies, or a lot of them I own individually. Like I own Amazon down here. 11 shares of Amazon. I got Google, Meta. Here, I'll show you I'll be quick about this because I want to get back to the stock analysis. Look at that. We're at a new intraday high today. Yeah, congrats if you got any stocks. The market's booming today. Meta's up 4.6, Google's up 1.7. McDonald's is down on the day, but they've done pretty good. So anyway, let's get back here to the analysis. So someone said Palantir stock. Yo, okay, what's up, man? So yeah, Palantir right here. Congrats if you own this one as well. All-time highs or just a couple percent off all-time highs. They deserve it as well. This company, you know, the government gives them so much money. Almost every police station uses Palantir's data analytics in their software. It's up 41% year over year. The Palantir revenue is up 40%. Commercial revenue is up 31%. Yo, incredible growth. And they have no debt. It's a debt-free company. Yo, Sermon, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hope y'all are having a great day. Yeah. Palantir's a debt-free company. Here's my actually watch list of debt-free stocks. Every stock in here has no debt. Like you've heard of maybe Pinterest, DocuSign, Duolingo, Reddit, Celsius, Yelp. They're all debt-free companies. This is my debt-free watch list here. Just because they're debt-free doesn't mean they'll do good, though. Yo, Andy, what's up, Andy, he said FMX. So I'm not sure what this company does. I've never heard of them. So Coca-Cola, hey, is that like, are they in the beverage industry? I'm not too sure. Well, what's the net income here? Because that's what matters. Oh, so look, this is a Mexican company. We'll kind of switch their revenue to US dollars so we can get a better picture here. So yeah, they're a profitable company making like, if you average out the 4 quarters, they're making like 600 million of net income a quarter. So yeah, they're very profitable. They pay dividend. Yeah, 3.6% dividend yield. I'd have to do some more research on this one. They're a Mexico company. But cool. Let's see. What's the difference between VOO and that? One's an index fund, one's an exchange traded fund. Pretty much no difference. Yo, what up, Darren? Happy Friday, Darren. Yes, sir. Someone said LAC stocker. Goose said LAC. So this is Lithium's America. So this company well, the stock price just follows whatever lithium does. And if you look at the commodity price of lithium, it pretty much looks like this stock. It's at an all-time low. That's kind of the thing with commodities. They should always trend down. And this is also a revenue-less company. If you go to the revenue right here, you see how it says 0? They literally don't sell anything. So this one is like it's a commodity play. Like, they have a really great balance sheet, lots of cash, no debt, but they should just follow whatever lithium does, and lithium has not done too good. So, that's a commodity-related stock. I'd be careful with that one. Or what Hey, yeah, if you want to get this app 33, it's in the link tree in my bio, first link there. It's actually a brokerage. Yo, what up, Angel? Ooh, someone said Cloudflare. Yo, ticker symbol NET. Did you know out of all global internet traffic, 15% of it, all global internet traffic, which is a ton, goes through Cloudflare in one way or another. This is a huge internet cybersecurity stock, and the growth here is the best part. Sales are up 26% year over year. I mean, their sales just hit a new record every single quarter here. I'll kind of show you that right here. Look at this annual revenue in 2019, 287 million. Now it's 1.6 billion. I mean, this is why Cloudflare is so incredible. They're making free cash flow as well, like 40, 50 million. They're still losing money though. You got to be careful. They're still losing net income, but they're very close to profitability now. They're losing way less money than they used to. Which stock would be a good buy? QDPL or JEPQ? Yeah, honestly, I like JEPQ. This is a covered call ETF, and they have a dividend yield of 11.5%, and they pay monthly. So you basically get 1% of your money back every month with this ETF right here, but they just sell calls on the NASDAQ. You shouldn't outperform the market in the long run. You won't outperform the NASDAQ in the long run because of the nature of selling calls on it, but you get the monthly dividend, which I love about them. So yeah, actually, JEPQ is kind of nice. Someone said, what about SoFi? Yeah, I'll show you guys this is my like risk on portfolio. Again, don't listen to me. We're down actually 9% all time in here. But someone said SoFi. This is one I really like right here. This is a fintech right here. They have their own banking charter. They collect a lot of these high margin fees. They originate loans. So yeah, lending. But look at their fintech revenue, their financial service business. This is why I love SoFi. The business is up 85% year over year, literally to a new record. And also the profits as well. If we go to the net income right here, we zoom out, this company used to lose like 50, 100 million a quarter. Now they're actually making net income every quarter. So they've really turned things around. I like the growth on SoFi. Yo, what up, Luffy? What's up, dude? Good to see you. How's it going? And someone said, what's my favorite dividend stock or my highest yielding one? This is actually it right here, CubeSmart. And good news, they're actually up 4% on the day. They actually reported earnings yesterday. So good news that they're doing pretty good. And they have a 4.81% dividend. And in my opinion, it's very sustainable. I just looked at their earnings report. It was pretty good. Let's see. Hey, yeah, this is a brokerage. Hey, yeah, Tron, if you want to get this app, it's in the link tree in my bio, first link there. You think the S&P is going to tank more? That's what's so weird. Yeah, I'll go back to my main account right here. This is my main taxable account. The market's it's done surprisingly well since all the tariff fears. Like, look, we were, if we go to the year to date, at one point the S&P was down 15% year to date. And now it's only down 4. Like, we've really had a nice recovery. Here's us year to date, by the way. We are down only 1.73, but we were down at 1.15. We were just like the S&P. We were down 15%. This is incredible. We were down 15. Now we're only down 1. So that's why you just got to hold on to your stocks. Hopefully you didn't sell at the bottom there. Honestly, it was a great buying opportunity. So um, let's see. Ooh. AMC, I don't know about AMC. You know what? We can check them out though. Honestly, I'd way rather buy it if I was gonna. This is like a risky company. You're buying them just for the meme. Oh, look, I own some. I gotta share that. I sold this stock at $38, and well, now it's $2. So honestly, you're buying this one for the meme. You're not really buying them for the fundamentals because they lose net income every quarter. They have more debt than assets. So this is one you're hoping Roaring Kitty tweets something and the stock triples or something. There's no real fundamentals there. So I'd rather buy a GameStop because GameStop actually has no debt. We saw them right there. They had AMC had a ton of liabilities. Well, not GameStop. GameStop is actually a debt-free company with, let's see how much cash. I'd rather buy them. They have 4.7 billion of cash and zero debt. Literally no debt at all on GameStop. And because they have no debt and a lot of cash, they're actually making a bunch of interest on their cash. So that's why they're actually making net income. Sometimes it's not real net income, it's just the interest on their cash. So anyway, I'd rather buy GameStop, but again, both of those are still pretty risky, and I don't own either of them. Here we go. Someone said thoughts on Google. Dude, I love this stock, man. The valuation's fair. The growth is amazing. They just had an incredible earnings report. Look at the valuation. This is what's incredible. Here's why I could get behind buying them even right now. Again, not financial advice. They're trading at 18 times net income. That's a very fair valuation, trading at 18 times net income. And look at this right here. This is what I don't believe. The sales were up 12%, but the net income was up 45% to a new record, a record net income quarter on Google. This is the most impressive part. They grew their margin 31%. They now have a 38% net margin. I mean, everything on Google's earnings were incredible in my opinion. The cash from operations was up 25% year over year. So yeah, and they have a dividend now. You get a 0.5% dividend yield, very low payout ratio. You know, they own YouTube, Android, DoubleClick, a lot of great assets they own. So someone said Robinhood stock. Yo, that's actually this is their app right here. I am a customer. Wow, dude, I don't believe it. We're now up 2.2% on the day. So anyway, I do own a little bit of that company, so I might be biased. They're another fintech. Like I got some SoFi and I have some Robinhood as well. I've taken a lot of profits on Robinhood because they've done so great. But I still own 5 shares of this company left. I'll be quick about Robinhood. Look at this right here. This is what's so impressive. The sales were up 50% year over year. But look at this net income. You know, no one used to take Robinhood serious. You know, they used to lose 300-400 million of net income a quarter. Well, now they're making net income every quarter. I just like showing you the fundamentals there. Like, I don't really like buying companies that are revenue-less, losing money, super risky. You know, like Sprouts. Anyone heard of Sprouts Farmers Market? They're kind of like a healthy grocery store. They're at an all-time high right now. They just had the most incredible earnings report. The net income was a new record. They grew their margins so much, I don't believe it. So yeah, Sprouts Farmers Market's another cool one. Someone said, screw Robinhood scam company. Hey, I don't believe that. You know, they're a publicly traded stock. I do like Robinhood. Hey, yeah, by the way, guys, I don't sell anything. I don't have a course, book, Discord, WhatsApp, Telegram. I'm literally just on here to give my opinion, and this is not financial advice. The only thing I do have is a YouTube channel. If you want to help me out, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm streaming on there as well. My YouTube channel is called Nathan Roberts, and the link tree in my bio. But anyway, let's see here. Let's see. Abe said and Wayfair. So ticker symbol W is Wayfair right here. Unfortunately, this stock is at the pandemic low. So dang, they're the same price as they were back in 2015. So the stock has been flat since 2015, and that's because unfortunately they're just not profitable. And this is why I'm kind of being hesitant. I wouldn't probably buy this one. Like they're losing like 100 million plus of net income a quarter. The sales are flat, up 0.04%. So, you know, honestly, the risk to reward might look pretty good here, but nothing's really blowing me away there to really want to buy them. Ooh, yo, someone Ding Dong said any thoughts on United Health? That's actually my most recent purchase. I got 4 shares of United Health Group. And I'll be quick about this. You know, we're a customer, then we use their Optum RX. And I really like the fundamentals here. If you buy this company, you get a 2.10% dividend yield. They are trading at 15 times net income on their own full year 2025 EPS projections. And they had a one-time adjustment there. They usually just make 7-8 billion of net income every quarter. Very impressive there. And you get the nice dividend and stock buybacks with United Health Group. So I think the risk under 400, I mean, it's crazy. Under 400, it looks like a steal. So someone said thoughts on Disney. Yo, I do got some Disney. I got 17 shares of Disney. Again, Disney has not outperformed the market. Disney is the same price that it was back in 2014. So yeah, this company has not done too good, but a lot of stuff has changed since then. I love the cash from operations here. It's way more consistent than what it used to be. They're making 3-4 billion a quarter. Here's their operating income. It's also, they just had a record quarter as well, up 34% year over year after being up 50%. So honestly, they just had a record quarter and the stock is not following. So I thought the risk to reward looks great under $90. Again, that it's kind of risky. Intuit. Oh yeah, this is like the TurboTax company. What's the ticker? Is it INTU? So yeah, here's Intuit. Yo, the trader. Yo, what's up? Really good to see you, bro. Yeah, we'll look at Tesla as well. Yo, good to see you from the Discord. Yeah, what's up, man? Let's look at Intuit first, then we'll look at on Tesla as well. So here's Intuit. This is the company that owns TurboTax and Credit Karma. Credit Karma. So they help you with your taxes and stuff. So usually they have that one quarter every year that makes them the most money. It's Q3. They usually make 2-3 billion. So we're really waiting for next quarter's earnings. They should, you know, be incredible. You can kind of see on the orange line there, it's expected to $9 of EPS. Is that right? That's crazy, you know. So yeah, anyway, I do like Intuit. They're a dividend growth company. You get a 0.6% dividend yield, and yeah, the stock's done great. So let's look at Tesla right here. So yeah, here's Tesla. So they're they have the automotive business, and they also have, the robotic business, but that doesn't have any revenue yet. Here's the unfortunate thing about Tesla. They kind of just lost their growth. Like, this is really bad, actually. Look at their automotive business. It's actually down 15% year over year. So automotive business is down 15%. But here's the good news, though. Look at their energy generation and storage business. Not a lot of people talk about this, but it's grown insane. It's at a new record as well. It's up 66% year over year. But I'm a little scared off of this automotive business, like huge loss of growth, down 15%. This is a high PE company. They're trading at 160 times net income, and the total vehicles delivered just fell. So I, I hope the robotics business does great. Yeah, the net income fell 70%. So obviously you don't really look at the financials on Tesla, but I, I they're all right. What? Yeah. Hey, if you want to get this app, it's in the link tree in my bio. First link there. It's actually a brokerage. Yeah. So yeah, I'm reading both the YouTube and the TikTok chat. What's up, guys? So Gary said ASO right here. So this is like a store, like a Dick's Sporting, like a sporting goods store. So yeah, they sell outdoor equipment, apparel, basically commodities. But look at this right here. They're making like 100 million of net income. If you average out the 4 quarters, they're making like 100 million of quarter. Unfortunately, they kind of lost their growth. Revenue's down 6 to 7%. Net income's down 20. I think that's why the stock price has fallen so much, just because they lost their growth. But you do get a nice dividend. You get a 1% yield, and the payout ratio is only an 8%. So they have so much room to raise their dividend. They trade at a very low valuation just because they literally just sell commodities. Like if you go to they're trading at 6 times net income. That's actually very cheap. Um, SOXL, looking to sell covered calls on this. So yeah, this is this is a very risky. This is the 3X semiconductor ETF. So basically, whatever Broadcom Nvidia does, this moves times three. So that's why this is up 12% on the day. So yeah, I'd be careful with those 3X leverage ones though. Yeah. Someone said or BYD as well. So yeah, BYD. This is like the Chinese Tesla competitor, and if we didn't have sanctions on China, their cars would be everywhere, dude. They're cheap and they're really good. But the thing, Warren Buffett even owns. Warren Buffett is a huge shareholder with Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway is a huge shareholder in BYD as well. So that's kind of interesting. Warren Buffett owns BYD, and they make way more net income than Tesla does. It's 1.3 billion in the most recent quarter. That's like triple Tesla. So I really like BYD. They deserve to be doing good. Ooh, someone said, yeah, Luffy, let's check out Amazon. Dude, Amazon reported earnings yesterday, and initially they fell. If I go to the 1 day right here, or I guess, no, sorry, the 5 day here, the stock initially fell to like 180, but now it's back to 190. So I'll show you the earnings right here. So they matched on revenue, they beat on net income, and they beat on EBITDA. So that was the good news. The net income was up 64%. Incredible. They own Twitch. Is like an advertising business. They own Amazon Prime. They have their AWS business is huge. Like, look at honestly just their Amazon Web Services. It's at a new record. This is all high margin for them as well. They have the largest market share actually, 19% growth year over year. So anyway, I really like Amazon. That's just such an innovative company. They're also a Starlink competitor now. Or have you heard of like Tesla's Starlink? Or it's not Tesla's, but like Elon Musk Starlink. They're now doing their own version of that for Amazon Prime members, and it's going to be available in the back half of 2025. Amazon's just so innovative. Ooh, someone said Jaden said Sentinel One, ticker symbol S. So yeah, this company I believe is like a fintech. Unfortunately, the stock has not done too good. Look at that right there. But let's see, what business are they in? You know what? I'll check for you. So they're in software and infrastructure. So that's interesting. How are the sales doing? So wow, look at the annual sales growth. That's very impressive. Yeah, sales are up 29% year over year. So that's what's odd. The fundamentals are doing great, but the stock is heavily suppressed. Ooh, so that might be why they're still a money losing company. So I'd really like to see this company get net income positive because yeah, they're kind of burning money every quarter right now. But that might be why the stock's not done too good. Is Amazon a long-term hold? I absolutely think so. I can just trust Amazon in the long run. No real reason to ever sell them. Amazon's going to pay a dividend one day. Again, not financial advice here. Don't listen to me. You could lose a lot of money on a stock like this one right here. This stock's like at an all-time low. But yeah. Let's see. Ooh, someone said Reddit. So yeah, Reddit is a debt-free company. Well, I'll go to the debt-free watch list right here. So yeah, here are all the companies that I have seen that have no debt, and Reddit is one of them. And you can just look at the balance sheet and see, yeah, look at this balance sheet right here. Literally no debt, and let's see how much cash. 2.3 billion of cash with no debt. And look at the sales growth. I mean, this is what's incredible. The sales are up 61% year over year. Absolutely incredible. So, anyway, Reddit's one that I'm just buying and hold. I'll show you my position in them. They actually reported earnings to yesterday. I got four, nothing crazy. I got 4 shares of them. So yeah, that's why I like Reddit. They're just a debt-free company with lots of cash. And here, someone said, yeah, why do you like Reddit so much? They have no debt at all. And you look at this sales growth. Ignore the name Reddit, for example. Just this company has grown their revenue 71% year over year with no debt, 2 billion of cash. So yeah, that's what I like about them. Yeah, they're like an advertising play. I'm not sure how Reddit makes money. Actually, they make about $3 a month per US user, is what one of the statistics I was reading. So yeah, Reddit's cool. Anyway, let's look at some more stocks here. Pfizer stock. Yo, this is like a healthcare company. This is actually the stock that owns Viagra. They own like a lot of different prescriptions like that, and they were huge when the vaccine came out from the COVID. Unfortunately, the stock has not done good ever since. They're actually lower than they were in 2018. But this is seen as like a huge dividend play. Look at this. You get a 7% qualified dividend yield with Pfizer. But look at the payout ratio. The payout ratio is 120%. So it's actually, they have a bit of an unsustainable dividend because the numbers are sometimes a little choppy. Like sometimes they lose money or sometimes they barely break even. But overall, they're if you they're doing pretty all right. They're making net income every quarter. So uh they're a nice dividend play. Oh, here's a popular one. I haven't looked at them today. This is ticker symbol HIMS right here. This is HIMS and Hers. They actually just partnered with Novo Nordisk to sell again their weight loss prescription. The reason the stock fell so much right here, the FDA told them you're no longer allowed to sell your weight loss prescription, the Ozempic copy. But now they're able to sell it again. They're up 10% on the day. The growth on this company is just nuts. Absolutely nuts. It's incredible. It's up 95% year over year, literally to a new record. So the sales are up 95%. Oh, yeah, and this is a debt-free company. They literally have no debt at all. They're making net income every quarter. They're making free cash flow every quarter. So, yeah, HIMS is on my debt-free watch list as well. I do like them. Every Friday, stocks are up, but why? Maybe it's just a psychological thing. I don't know. Maybe people don't like to sell on Friday. But, hey, you're right. Market's doing great today. Here, I'll show you my main account real quick. Let's see, my main taxable account, we are up 2.3% on the day, literally to a new intraday high. Incredible. Here's us year to date. We're down still 1.7%, but yeah, market's doing great. Congrats if you own any stocks. Him's going crazy. Yeah, September. Hims is going crazy. If you had to ride or die one stock, what would it be? If I literally just had to buy and hold one stock forever, no questions asked, I'd probably just pick a McDonald's. This has the best chart of any blue chip stock ever. They're a royalty real estate company. They're not a restaurant at all. Like 10% of their business is like from their own restaurants, but they're really a real estate royalty company. Let's again, none of this is financial advice, of course. Like, look at this stock right here. You could lose a lot of money. Let's see here. Let's look at Palantir as well. We can look at Novo Nordisk. You bought more UNH? Yeah, Mehmet, I did. Yes, sir. What are your thoughts on Palantir? Yeah, dude. Mehmet, appreciate you being here. Let's look at Palantir right here. So Palantir's up 6%, literally 1% off an all-time high, or like $2 off all-time high. So if you've ever bought Palantir, you're definitely up on your money. Yo, Adrian, good to see you, homie. We'll look at that one too. Look at the government revenue though on Palantir. The government revenue is up 41% year over year. So incredible growth. Nearly every police station uses Palantir's data. And they have no debt as well. Incredible balance sheet, monster. They have 5.3 billion of cash and no debt. They make interest on their cash as well. So yeah, man bought some SMHs screaming, hey, yeah, so this is the semiconductor ETF. So basically, SMH just owns all the semiconductor names. If you don't know, like, hey, do I want to buy NVIDIA, Broadcom, Taiwan Semi? If you don't know, well, hey, here's an ETF that literally just diversifies into all of them for you. So you don't maybe have to individually pick one. So yeah, that's what I like about SMH. That's what I like about ETFs. UNH until the CEO. Yeah, RIP the UNH CEO, or one of the divisions. So yeah, we do got a 4.2 or 4.12 shares of United Health Group. It's actually my smallest holding. I only have 1,600 in that company. But yeah, here's my total equity in every stock. And United Health Group I'll be quick about this one because we already looked at it, but um, incredible yield now. You get a 2.1% dividend yield with this company. They're trading at 15.5 times their own 2025 EPS projections. And look at the OptumRx business. We're literally customers of OptumRx. We use it and look at the growth here. It's up 15% year over year. I mean, just incredible growth. This is a health insurance play. They usually just make, look, it's crazy, like 7, 8 billion of net income a quarter. So yeah, they're cool. Um, let's see. Recommendation for beginners. Yo, what up, Jack? Yeah, I would just buy the VOO. I would have the majority of my portfolio in just the VOO, the S&P 500. It breaks your money up for you into all the top companies. Um, oh yeah, I wanted to look at QBTS. What's up, Adrian? Yes, a lot of people can't buy UNH because it's like a sin stock. Some people won't buy Altria Group, or like some people won't buy Meta because it's like a zombie scrolling app or whatever. So some people won't buy Instagram. So here's D-Wave Quantum. Whoa, they're up 10% on the day. This is like the main quantum stocks. Whenever the quantum stocks move, this is usually like the main mover. But the fundamentals aren't too good here. I wouldn't put a lot of money in this company. I'd have it as like a small, maybe 1-2% fund position. But the revenue is only 2 million here. Pretty much no revenue, and they're losing a lot of money. They just lost 86 million. So that's the financial analysis on the company. But still, it's a huge. This is a momentum stock. Like whenever the quantum stocks move, they move. Here, I'll show you the quantum watch list right here. I got you. Where are they? So yeah, honestly, the best quantum stocks is Google and IBM. They have their own quantum chips already. I believe they're going to be the industry leader. They have the money and the talent to be the leader. But yeah, QBTS is on here. They're smaller market caps. Like they're only at 2.5 billion. LAES is a 300 million. QMCO, this is an $80 million one. I wouldn't touch this one either. But yeah. Let's see. Do you think Micron will go back up? Yeah, let's look at MU. Oh yeah, hey Kill, if you want to get this app right here, it's in the link tree in my bio. It's the first link there. It's actually a brokerage if you want to get this app right here. So here's Micron Technology. This is a nice semiconductor play. Or look at the compute and networking business. This is what's so impressive. Here's why they deserve all the hype. I mean, is that right though? Really? Well, I guess 2023, I guess we're comparing to good numbers then. You see, the sales says it's up 108% year over year. Oh, so we're like comparing to a rough quarter. That's still good news. Computer networking's up 108%. The SBU business, that's up 53%. What about the net income right here? So yeah, here's kind of the good news right here. They're making net income every quarter. I guess if we scroll back to last year, they were losing net income every quarter. Yo, Caleb, Ewing, yo, thank you so much, Caleb, for the heart, for the gift there. I really appreciate you, dude. If you got a stock you want me to look at, I got you, man. Yeah, great balance sheet on Micron. But yeah, I like that they're actually making net income every quarter. They need to keep that up. So that's what I do like about them. How do I start learning about trading? Aiden said, this is where someone would normally plug something, but I don't sell anything, by the way. I don't have a course book, Discord, WhatsApp, Telegram. I don't got none of that. I don't sell anything. I'm just on here giving my opinion. So I'd go watch some YouTube videos or read some books. And let's see. Jojo Pizza said, thoughts on CEP. So what's this one? Yeah, if you guys got any stocks you want me to look at, let me know. I'm reading both the YouTube and the TikTok chat. I'm reading the YouTube chat first, but here we go. Here's CEP stocks. So Cantor Equity Partners, haven't heard of this company. They're a very small company. They're only worth $700 million, and there's no analyst covering this stock, so they don't have any revenue either. So the stock's done great, so congrats if you own them. There's some good news here that I'm missing, but their revenue list I need to know the news before I give you some real thoughts on them. Any nice dividend stocks outside the USA? What's that one Canadian utility company? It's Enbridge. I think it's called Enbridge. That one has that's a Canadian one. What's your favorite Mag 7 stock? Probably Google or Amazon right now. Yeah, here's my oh my goodness. Sorry. We're good here. All right, we're back. Yeah, thank you. Honestly, Google is a great one. They're my largest Mag 7 holding. Google, Meta, and Amazon. Probably Google would be my favorite. Yeah, here's my main account today. We're up 2.3% on the day. Doing pretty decent. SGOV. Is this the 1 to 3? So yeah, this is literally just treasury bonds. So if you're looking at the stock like, what the heck, this stock just doesn't go down. It's literally just the reinvested dividend chart. So basically you buy that. It's just you should get 3-4% of your money back a year. That's not actually the stock price. Here is the actual, or that's the wrong one. SGOV. So yeah, that's the dividend reinvested. This is what the stock price actually looks like. You literally just collect treasury bill T-bonds. I worded that weird, sorry. So yeah, that's a nice dividend play. It's kind of like TLT. Jack said CLNE. What's this one? CLNE. So this is clean energy fuels. So yeah, this one looks risky again. $300 million company, fuel sales. So their whole company's worth 300 million. And look at that, they lost 30 million in the most recent quarter, which is 10% of the whole company they lost in the most recent quarter. So yeah, that's one I'd avoid. I can see why the stock's at an all-time low. But here's one I like. Here's Dutch Bros. Has anyone been to a Dutch Bros before? They're kind of like a Starbucks competitor. But here's what's so impressive about them. Look at their company operated shops. I mean, this is what's impressive. For a restaurant in this environment, the sales are up 38% year over year. So that's some very impressive growth. Same with their franchising. It's up 6%, not bad. And they're finally making net income every quarter. Joshua said, what app? Yeah, if you want to get this app right here, Joshua, it's actually a brokerage. It's in the link tree in my bio. It's the very first link there if you want to get it. Let's see. What is this actually a stock here? KIDZ. So, oh, here we go. So, yeah, look at there's no volume on this company right here. They're barcoding. Yeah, they're only worth $170 million. And most of that's only because they're up 37%. I wonder if there's any specific news. Shares were halted today. Like we can read the intelligent comments here. $9 right around the corner. Anyway, I'd be really careful with this one. Let's see. Did they sell anything? So they have $900,000 of sales. They have twice as much liabilities as assets, and they're losing money every quarter. That one just is like a risky company. I'd be careful with that one. I have a margin account. I just don't take out margin just because I like the instant deposit bonus. Um, yeah, I've never taken out a single dollar of margin. By the way, this is my. I have $700 of cash right now. I'm waiting to buy the dip, but the market's been so dang good recently. It's hard to buy the dip. I really should have bought Amazon. Amazon, dang, I should have bought more Amazon. Ooh, here we go. Someone said RIOT. So Riot, this is a crypto stock. If we go to the crypto portfolio right here, I like MicroStrategy, Coinbase, but oh wait, no, it was Riot. Oh yeah, Riot Platforms right here. So yeah, unfortunately, this is a Bitcoin mining company. They just don't keep up with the price of Bitcoin, which is unfortunate. And yeah, look at this. 85% of the business is just their Bitcoin mining revenue. And you mainly buy this one for the balance sheet. Look at this great balance sheet. They have no debt and a lot of assets. And all those assets are just their Bitcoin on hand. But unfortunately, again, like the Riot has not kept up with the actual price of Bitcoin. So in my opinion, I'd rather just buy Bitcoin or maybe even buy a MicroStrategy right here, which they trade about 2.2x their Bitcoin value. Yeah, Victor said MicroStrategy, is that a buy? This is another one. You go to the balance sheet for these Bitcoin mining companies. Look at this. They just diluted the shareholder. They issued a bunch of cash and bought a bunch of Bitcoin. They have $43 billion of Bitcoin. So, or pretty much. So yeah, they follow Bitcoin too. Realty Income, is it worth the hold? Yeah, dude, Realty Income, that's actually a monthly paying dividend real estate investment trust. So if you're looking, again, this company will not outperform the market. Look at this. If we go to 2019, this stock is lower than it was in 2019. So if you bought this in 2019, you're down on your money. But what you do get is a nice, consistent monthly dividend, and they pay you monthly, and they're in the S&P 500. They're worth 50 billion. So yeah, that's like a nice dividend growth company. Wow, Duolingo's up 19%, Instacart's up 13. What's down today? Is anything down? Cash App is down 21%. XYZ, this is Cash App stock. Dang. Fubo, GoDaddy. Anyway, Roku. Dang, Kathy Wood's portfolio is getting smacked right now. Let's go to Kathy Wood's portfolio real quick. A lot of her, like we just looked at Cash App. Look at XYZ. They're down 20% on the day. If we go to this right here, 67% of this business is just Cash App. And unfortunately, it looks like Cash App's at an all-time low. Oh, Shopify. Dude, here's a great growth company. This is a Canadian stock, by the way. Shopify is Canadian. Look at this. This is why, I love this company right here. Look at the annual sales growth. I mean, this is impressive. 2019, it was 1.5 billion. Now it's 8.9 billion. So incredible. Yeah, Ellie, if you want to get this app right here, it's in the link tree in my bio. First link there. It's called Moomoo. It's actually a brokerage. Why is XYZ down? Yeah, XYZ reported earnings. So yeah, I'll show you the earnings real quick. Let's see. I haven't even looked at them. Whoa, they missed by a huge margin. Oh, they triple missed. They missed on revenue, they missed on net income, and they missed on EBITDA. So yikes. So yeah, the net income fell 50% year over year. That's probably why the stock's down 20%. Unfortunate for XYZ. Let's see here. Aiden said I'm convinced this is pre-recorded. This is not pre-recorded. You know, you can see the time in the top left. I think. Can you see the time there? I don't know. And also, like look at the live price of Amazon. If you don't believe me, go check Amazon stock for yourself. 192.39. Anyway, hey, I'm streaming. Hey, I appreciate y'all being here. I'm streaming on both YouTube and TikTok right now. I'm reading the YouTube chat first, but yeah, if y'all want to support me, I don't sell anything. I don't have a course book, Discord, WhatsApp, Telegram. All I have is a YouTube channel. So if you want to help me out, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch the stream from there. YouTube channel is called Nathan Robert. It's also in the link tree in my bio. But yeah, let's get back to looking at some more stocks here. I hopefully you can find a couple stocks you can add to your watch list or something. Again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not an expert. So here's a firm. This is a buy now, pay later stock. So they do the loans. So if you've probably heard of like pay with a firm, buy now, pay later. And look at this. This is the great news. They finally made net income for the first time. The sales growth is incredible. I'll show you that right here. I mean, if we go to an annual basis, the sales growth in 2020 was 500 million. Now it's 2.3 billion. So the sales have exploded, and they're finally making net income. 80 million in the most recent quarter. The free cash flow is incredible as well. They just made 280 million of free cash flow. So yeah, that's a decent one. But I will say, if we go into a recession, a real recession, the buy now pay later stocks will get smoked. You know, people just won't pay back those loans. Um, let's see. Oh, this is another Bitcoin mining company. This is Hut 8 right here. Again, like the Bitcoin mining companies, with a few exceptions, I mean, they just don't keep up with the actual price of Bitcoin. Like, look at Bitcoin right now. It's pretty close to an all-time high. Like on the 5-year chart, it's not too far off all-time highs. But like Hut 8 is very, very much off all-time highs, which is just unfortunate. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys got any stocks you want to look at, let me know. We can check them out right here. So Vitor said CNP. So this is Centerpoint Energy. Wow. Congrats if you own this one, because the stock is at an all-time high. And mm, on top of the stock being at an all-time high, you also get a 2% dividend yield. So yeah, this is a nice dividend growth company. So yeah, they're in natural gas, electric. Let's see the net income. So yeah, they just make like 400 million of net income a quarter. Then they just pay out half of that in dividends. So yeah, nice. Stocks at an all-time high. A lot of oil and gas stocks aren't. Tariffs are live. Stocks proceed to hit all-time highs. Yo, Adrian, I feel you, man. Like, look, here's one stock I own. Sprouts Farmers Market hit an all-time high today, or pretty much. Sprouts Farmers Market had some incredible earnings. This is like a grocery store. Uh, what's your favorite stock? Ooh, it might be like McDonald's, but it always changes. You know, my favorite always changes. But I like McDonald's, honestly. Comfort Systems is one of my favorites right now. This is one I've just loaded the boat. This is my largest holding, my largest position out of all my stocks is in that stock right there, FIX. What's the software? Hey Don, if you want to get the software, it's in the link tree in my bio. It's the first link there. It's actually a brokerage. But here's Take Two. Yeah, this is Take Two Interactive. This is the company that owns GTA 5, and GTA 6 is going to come out sometime this year. So that's kind of why the stock has been rallying in anticipation of that huge revenue driver. You know, when GTA 6 comes out, it's going to be huge. They also own Rockstar Games, of course, which is Red Dead Redemption. But they just reported earnings. The stock is down 5% on the day, but yeah, I'm just waiting until GTA 6 comes out. Oh, someone said JEPQ. So yeah, this is a covered call ETF. I really like this one because you get a 11.5% dividend yield. So you basically get 12% of your or you get 1% of your money back every month. They have a monthly paying dividend. They just sell calls on the Nasdaq. So, and that's an asset you want to sell calls on for the high premium. So yeah, JPQ is one of my probably my favorite or second favorite covered call ETF out of all the covered call ETFs. Yo, what up, market cap traders? What's up, dude? GTA released out in 2026, May 26th. Do you think so? Did they officially announce that? I thought they said it was going to be released late 2025. I'm not sure though. Yo, Toby said VOO. So yeah, this is just the S&P 500. Um, uh, Yeah, so this is just the S&P 500 right here. It breaks your money up for you into the top 500 companies like Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Google, Broadcom. So yeah, hey, I do appreciate y'all being here. If you guys got any in the YouTube chat, if you got any last minute stocks you want me to look at, let me know. I'm about to end the stream here, but I see Vici Properties right here. Yo, Daily, what's up, man? So Vici Properties, this is a great real estate investment trust right here. They have a 5.5% dividend yield. And the dividend is actually really sustainable, in my opinion. You know, they do triple net leases. They own a lot of properties on the Las Vegas Strip. I actually was in Vegas last week. I went to so many of the Vici properties, the Luxor, like the Black Pyramid. I went to the Las Vegas Sphere. So yeah, so look at this. Since this is the last stock we'll look at, unless someone else has a last minute stock you want me to look at in the chat, I got you. But this is the good news. They made 590 million in the most recent quarter. So remember that they made 590 million and the dividend only cost 459 million. So the dividend is actually sustainable. And if you're like, well, the dividend is that payout ratio still seems kind of high. That's again because they're a real estate investment trust. They're and literally by law they have to pay out most of their income in the form of a dividend to avoid paying taxes. Oh yeah, we'll look at Chevron as well. So yeah, this is Chevron right here. They're up 2.2% on the day. I think they just reported earnings. I heard like they did 3 billion in buybacks. So yeah, this is what's crazy. They usually just make like it's obviously down from 2022, but they just make like 4 or 5 billion of net income every quarter. And they have a nice yield, a 5% dividend yield. The dividend cost $1.71. So yeah, this is a nice dividend growth play. You get exposure to the oil and gas industry. I like the oil and gas industry because they and if there's war fears or recession fears, you know, oil is kind of unaffected. If there's a bunch of inflation in a super inflationary environment, oil does really good. So anyway, yeah, that was pretty much the stream. I really appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you did enjoy. Again, I don't sell anything. I don't got a course book, Discord, none of that. So watch out for people impersonating me. Hope you have a great rest of your day. My name's Nathan.